To a special night of champions. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a review or a preview or it wouldn't be a review, would it? Basically a prediction, just to see where the fuck we are at the moment when it comes to all of this all of these things. As we see John Cena and Seth Rollins go one-on-one. I'm controlling neither, just as you guys can clearly see, but let's get it started. Okay, so here's the thing. Cena versus Rollins. That's the first match we're going to pop to, actually. Oh, no, actually, no. Let's do things in order. So we get the Ascension and Stardust, the Cosmic, Cosmic Warriors, whatever you want to bloody call them, versus Adrian Neville and... Who the hell is Adrian Neville tagging with? Oh, yeah, the Lucha Dragons. There you go. My want for this match is that Neville and Stardust, they should just put on a great match, but ultimately Stardust and the Ascension should go over, because simply put, the Ascension have been booked absolutely terribly since they started on the main roster, and they need the win. So does Stardust. Or another way to go could be simply to have him just go mad, go back to being Cody Rhodes and all that. But if they didn't do that when the American Dream died, they're highly unlikely to do that. And the other point, which is a shame. Moving on, one of the next matches are the New Day versus the Dudley Boys. Now, Bubba Ray and Devon have been brought in to bring prestige back to the tag team division, and Lord have they done that. Did you hear the fucking pop when the Dudley Boys returned? Absolutely fantastic, fucking great fucking match. I am telling you that now. Absolutely brilliant, fantastic, amazing, whatever you want to call it. It was awesome. Also, the simple fact is that the New Day are fucking over, man. They've become that annoying heel comedy tag team that people love. I think, with this being said, Bob Ray and Devon need to be kept strong, but the New Day need to go over. There's no sense in flip-flopping the titles, because the very reason why the Dudley Boys were brought in is to bring prestige and such to the division, but they would not be doing that, if the Dudley Boys won the belts back. So essentially, the New Day need to win here, probably with some shenanigans to set up a rematch at Hell in a Cell, which the Dudley Boys can then win, and keep the intrigue going like that. Kevin Owens versus Ryback, another interesting feud, although Owens really hasn't defined the reason why he's going after the belt, in my opinion. It could just be as simple as he wants to actually win the Intercontinental title, but, he just basically says, that he basically just wants the title. That's all it needs. That's all it needs to say. But he doesn't do that. They go for all this malarkey and all that. Needless to say, Ryback has been a decent Intercontinental champion. He has solidified himself as a mid-card to upper mid-card babyface. Nowhere near the 2012 incarnation of himself, you might say. But, it's good that he did do that. I feel like Cena just hit the move on Rollins there, although I should completely ignore that. It's good that he did do that, and gain back some momentum. But you want to talk about momentum. Momentum is my guy Kevin Owens coming into the WWE, defeating John Cena, and then losing the two matches. That is like momentum ruined right there. And it's easy to see why Owens has kind of floundered in recent months. But coming off a big win at SummerSlam against bloody Cesaro, who incidentally I think should have a match on the card. It's kind of shit, man, that he hasn't got that match on the card. It's bullshit. But anyway, Kevin Owens needs to be put over here, needs to win the title to regain some serious momentum with everything that's going on. And I would like it if Kevin Owens won, and I think Kevin Owens will win. So I think Owens will actually win and then go on to have a rematch, and he'll probably win again. And then that'll be the end of it. And Ryback can try and move on to something else. Okay, Nikki Bella versus Charlotte briefly. There's no way to go from this. Nikki Nikki Bella is not the longest reigning Divas champion. The more time I spend on this, the more pissed I'm going to get. So I'm ultimately going to try and just get over this as quickly as possible. You can't be the champion if you didn't defend your title for 30 days. You should get stripped, etc., etc. And Nikki never did. So, you know, that begs the question as to why, you know, she was still champion. But whatever, man. WWE booking logic don't make sense these days. However, one thing that shit, Cena's going for a fucking attitude adjustment. Rollins is out, man. Fucking hell. Go on, Seth. Yes, nice reversal. Anyway, Charlotte needs to win this, and if all fucking logic in any of the world of wrestling fucking prevails, Charlotte will easily win this match. Like, and then, you know, she'll face Nikki Bella in a rematch at Hell in a Cell, and hopefully have Sasha Banks somewhere involved in there. So both my want and my prediction is for my girl Charlotte to win, you know, win the Divas title and fucking just hopefully plunge the Divas division into a new, like, you know, great era, if you will. What other matches are there? Yeah, we have Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, or whatever, however you say his name. Now, unfortunately, and I do say unfortunately, many of the people are predicting Eric Rowan will be the mystery partner of Cena's going for another attitude adjustment. This time he hits it. Like, many people say that he's going, like, you know, he's going to be the mystery partner, Eric Rowan, as Cena doesn't get the win there on Rollins. Well done, Seth. Like, you know, and I don't think that should happen simply because of the fact that, you know, they tried Eric Rowan face turn before. It didn't go down too well, but, you know, nonetheless, I think that's what WWE are going to do. It seems awfully predictable, and unfortunately that's what they're going to do. The only real way for this to go, as Cena picks up the win there, the only real way for this to go is to have, you know, to have basically the Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose pick up the win. Or here's an interesting way for it to go. If it was me, I'd have Seth Rollins be the mystery partner. Having retained against Cena, then be the mystery partner for them. But then obviously that creates a huge dilemma in the sense of, you know, facing Sting and such like that. And, you know, it's just crazy hard on it. But realistically, they're probably going to book Eric Rowan as as the mystery partner at the Night of Champions, and just have, you know, the team of Roman Reigns and Ambrose go over with whoever their mystery partner is. Another school of thought is that it could be Kane, but, you know, how would that work? Would he just come, you know, to get revenge on the Wyatts? I mean, we have been seeing a lot of throwback storylines, but it's been a long time since Kane feuded with Bray Wyatt, but he never really got revenge on them. He came back in Hell in a Cell, said no more buzzards, and then joined the Authority the next night. So, you know, whatever way it is to go, basically. And essentially, you know, Rowan wouldn't do nothing. I'd rather see anyone, even Finn Balor. Like, you know, I don't mean that disrespectful to Finn Balor, but, you know, basically just have anyone but Rowan as the mystery partner, and I will be happy. Right, what other fucking matches have we got? We got the title match. You know, the two main title matches. We have got Seth Rollins versus John Cena. What multiple intrigue this could happen. Now, basically, in my opinion, Seth Rollins has got to retain clean over John Cena. Simply because Rollins has been booked to be a weak as fuck champion. If he wins his first match, then loses his second, like, no one's going to bat an eyelid and say he was weak because the man was disadvantaged from the start. Even have him win the title match cleanly, WWE title match versus Sting, then have Sheamus cash in the Money in the Bank and turn Seth into the sympathetic babyface. His style suits it. You know, have Triple H even allow Sheamus to cash in the Money in the Bank, sets up a potential Seth Rollins Triple H match, which would be fucking cool. You know, it leaves Cena wondering if he can beat Rollins. Maybe leaves the intrigue open for a Cena heel turn. What do you do with Sting, though, because he's been defeated once already? You know, have Sting lose via some dodgy circumstances, but not, like, you know, not Seth Rollins' fault, so it's still open for Seth to turn face. So basically have someone try to cost Seth the match but accidentally cost Sting the match or something like that. One member of the Authority, and then like Triple H can claim it was, you know, the plan at all along, I should say. Nice move by Rollins, you know, to have Seth basically retain the belts and such. And, you know, Seth won't buy into that, and that's how you start that gradual intrigue. But anyway, the whole thing that I actually believe will happen, and this is, you know, terrible on my part, to say the least, I really do believe that WWE will actually go down the bloody route of having Rollins lose both titles and just look like a weak as hell champion. Like, let's face it, you know, they was never too on Rollins to begin with. They was never really in support of Rollins being the champion. It was only when, you know, the fans ultimately rejected Roman Reigns, like, so many times, you know, over the course of the main event. But that is pretty much it. Rollins has won this match, and I think that's pretty much it. So it's ultimately, you know, it's ultimately fucking a bit crazy, but what can you do, like, in that sense? You know, there's no real way for Rollins to come out of this a winner unless he retains both his titles somehow, some way. I think people would buy Rollins as the face fighting champion, man. I really do. I believe that Rollins needs something. Jesus Christ, man. Super Cena wins again. Anyway, guys, basically I just wanted to give you my Night of Champions predictions and such. That is essentially, you know, that is essentially like all of the matches that is there, I think. So, you know, it's just, I hope that Rollins comes out of this looking good. I hope Kane returns somehow, but I will be posting a Night of Champions review in the coming days, because I'm going to watch the pay-per-view tonight live on the WWE Network for only $9.99. Do I receive any royalties for saying that, WWE? I plug your network. But anyway, basically, you know, I'm just looking forward to Rollins versus Cena and Rollins versus Sting. I'm hoping that Seth comes out of this looking strong. Thank you very much for watching my Night of Champions predictions, /thoughts, /fantasy booking, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Only my second time of doing this, so, you know, it might not be as good as I want it to be just yet, but it will be, and I will bring you a review in the next coming days. So as I said, hopefully very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching, I should say. Until then, it's been Take a Luke, bringing you my Night of Champions predictions /fantasy booking. Until next time, this is Take a Luke for like the third time I've probably said that. I'm out. Peace.